Greetings and welcome to AlonzoBash Podcast. I'm your host, AlonzoBash, and of course, today's special guest, man. Trust me, one of the most versatile artists. I wouldn't say soca artist. I would say one of the most versatile artists out of the Caribbean. Ladies and gentlemen, let's waste no time. His mama and papa name him Marvin Davis, but
Yes,
we know
sir.
him as Swappi. Swap down.
Yes, yes, man. Yes,
What
man.
up, boss?
Blessings.
Long time, man.
Yes, it's been a long time. It has been a while.
Been a while.
Yeah.
All right. So let's start with this. I always try to make sure each episode is a little different, when I'm interviewing. So your name's Swappi. I've heard it's a conjunction between Benjai Swanky.
Mm.
That's what I heard. Well, that's what I read rather. So I'm going to give a brief to elaborate how your name Swappi came together.
I used to work at a club called Sabo Latino.
Mm,
That's it. That's the attic in Trinidad.
yeah.
It's somewhere in Marval. It used to be in Marval. I was a bouncer there.
Okay.
And that was around 2008.
Mm,
Before I actually came onto the soca scene.
yeah.
As a bouncer, you have this thing that that is do this routine check now.
Yeah.
You're checking all the patrons, making sure that they have no no weapons and weed and that kind of thing, nothing
Right.
illegal.
Yeah.
So after we've done all that, all the security will gather themselves downstairs,
Mm,
and we were just just have a little lineman while we lineman and stuff.
yeah.
I would see some nice girls, going into the club.
Yeah.
And I would just call them out and I would be like, oh my gosh, that girl looking very swappy.
Yeah.
And I would be like, that girl looking swappy. And people start calling me the swappy boss from there.
Yeah.
DJs, the patrons,
Mhm.
every time the DJ is about to spin, every single DJ about to change shift.
Mm,
Big up to the bouncer in the corner. He's called the swappy boss.
yeah. Right.
Calling all the girls and swappy. So
Mm,
from there, everybody start calling me the swappy boss.
Swappi boy.
Yeah.
So that was a, 'cause Trini have a way of using words there. We have a name for everything, right?
Yeah, we have a name for everything. Yeah.
So was that a name that came out in the top of your head, or was it like a term that was being used loosely in the street or something?
I am a spontaneous kind of individual.
Mm,
I'm a walking creative.
okay.
So whatever comes to mind, I bring it to life.
Yeah.
I hear something in my head, I will say it.
Mm,
If it sounds good to me, I feel confident enough and pitch
right.
it out there. And it becomes that thing, it becomes that slang. And
Yeah.
everybody start using the word, be like, what? Wait, is he already saying it, boy? Them
Right.
girls looking swappy. Swanky was the thing back then.
Right.
So I came up with my own, terminology for the girls and them that look sexy. That's a
Right.
swappy,
Yeah.
you know?
All right. Cool. Very creative. So
Yeah.
you were born in Mova but grew up in Sea Lots. Am I correct?
Yes, I was born in Mova, grew up in Never Dirty, part of my life in a place called Never Dirty.
Yeah. Never do.
And parts of Coconut Drive. I went to school in Mova. And
Okay.
then I spent half of my life in Sea Lots too, because I have brothers and sisters in Sea Lots
Okay.
as well. So my father from Sea Lots, my mom from Mova.
Okay.
So I grew up in both communities.
Okay. So
Yeah.
so I think that you grew up. Your mom and dad was not together, like split homes.
My mom and dad separated. They
Mm,
separated when I was a kid. When I was
okay.
around probably 8 years old after they were married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how old were you when you were so I guess I'm asking is you spent most of your time in the Sea Lots area, yeah?
I wouldn't say most of my time. I would say the more the early in my early 20s.
Yeah.
In my early 20s, going around there, I spent that time in Sea Lots.
Yeah.
From birth until I was like around 18 and 19.
Yeah.
That's Mova.
Yeah.
And then the other half is Sea Lots.
Sea Lots, yeah. All right, so I myself grew up in I grew up in the East, Arima, and communities like Sea Lots and Mova, Never Dirty, and these places have a certain level, have a certain stigma.
It have a certain stigma, yes. It have a
Yeah,
certain stigma.
you know,
But
what?
coming out from those communities,
Yeah,
I don't feel shame because
mm,
there are great people that come out from these communities
yeah,
and have done, great stuff. For instance, like Destra came from Lavantil,
yeah, yeah,
So when you look at when you picture the name Lavantil and you look at Destra, that's
yeah,
a good thing. That means that it have hope in these communities, great people,
yeah,
doctors, lawyers, footballers, the best footballers,
mm,
most of the talented people, most people that have that is saying something today came from these rural communities. Like
mm,
voice came from Sawa.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean?
mm-hmm,
So a lot of people come from Patsy. She came from quite down in the countryside.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
in I think is in somewhere down in the deep south.
yeah,
Spongy Garland, he come from Komoto.
mm,
You know what I mean? So
yeah,
everybody that have some sort of success, it came
mhm,
from the gutter.
yeah,
You don't just have it spoon fed. You know?
yeah, 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 true. Also, your siblings, you got brothers and sisters? How many of you guys?
Yeah, I have two brothers right now. I
Yeah,
had I had three brothers. One passed away. One
condolence.
was one
Mm,
was shot. Unfortunately, he was
oh,
shot
wow. Mm,
around 2023.
yeah, recent. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. He was
Okay.
murdered. And I have five sisters.
Okay. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. A big family, man. Nice.
Yeah, huge.
Nice. All right. So let's talk about the early schooling now. What the schooling like? Primary school, secondary school, stuff like that.
I went to I didn't complete secondary school, unfortunately, because of poverty.
Yeah.
My mom, it wasn't that fortunate, but
Mm.
for me to access education on a regular, as a regular
Mm.
child growing up. It
Yeah.
was very, very hard.
Mm.
The distance from school to home was like, that's like you have to take a car and I just walk,
Yeah.
that kind of distance. So, and then
Mm.
I go to the community, then it's a broken home.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a lot of bad elements that contributed to me not achieving
Yeah.
secondary standard that
Wow.
far. I completed primary,
Yeah.
but into secondary, I also actually find myself. So I found myself into doing a trade in white tip.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So I'm a certified chef.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
it's like cooking and stuff. So I dealt with in culinary.
Mm.
And then as I get old, I like military stuff. So I joined the
Yeah.
military.
Yeah. You wasn't
Yeah.
cadet. Well, it did for the school.
So
Um.
again?
No. No. You say you mentioned the military, so I myself wasn't in cadets.
Cadets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was thinking to myself, well, most of the time, man who joined cadets, that's normally the transition. But you also mentioned you dropped out of school, so
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. But I always look at life from a positive perspective that,
yeah,
you know, the end goal is never to quit. The end goal is never to end up on the block. The
mm,
end goal was never that for me. It was always to, like, dig deeper in it. I know there's always something there.
yeah,
And as I achieve, I always feel like I haven't achieved enough. There's something else.
yeah,
And there is something else. And there is something else. And I know there is something else. Even at this stage, I know that there is something else. I haven't reached the pinnacle of my potential as yet.
yeah,
I'm still climbing there.
mm,
So that is my way of getting myself driven,
yeah,
to just keep pressing on and just keep, digging deep. I mean, I don't know what else,
yeah,
the Father above have in store for me to do again, apart from music. So, to answer your question, yeah, that's my educational background as um where that is concerned.
yeah. You did mention something, and I really want to kind of hone in on this part that you said that even though you didn't finish school, you had a fortitude to go back and maximize some of these programs that that the government have, like YTEP, I'm familiar with, and all these different programs. Now, is it your opinion, or shall we say, there are folks. There's a lot of folks that, to be honest, that didn't finish school. So we call it post primary, or like you said, some folks
Back in the
actually
day, yeah,
did
yeah.
post primary. And I mean to laugh, but once again, post primary had the stigmas. But yeah, guys who didn't finish school, what would you tell guys? Like, hey, that's not the end all be all, because you did it. You actually went back and, hey, finish it, so to speak. Yeah.
Yeah, I am. Well, I did what I love to do. Apart
Yeah.
from music, I was hands on in cooking. I
Mm,
always like to cook from a very tender age. I was looking at my mom during Christmas time.
yeah.
When she's sick, I would take up the responsibility to provide for the family.
Yeah.
I really want to be making the breakfast, the lunches, the Christmas dinners, the that's the. So I always like cooking. I always like to be around the kitchen. So I
Yeah.
decided, you know what? Let me put this thing into some bigger practice.
Yeah.
Get certified. One day I might be able to own my restaurant. One day I might be able to do some catering. One day I might be able to do something. My
Yeah.
dad was a mason. I never
Okay.
like to get my hands dirty. I never liked that job too much.
Yeah.
I did some carpentry as an apprentice.
Okay.
Those back in the day, people
Yeah.
have an apprentice. You're working in the shop. I
Yeah.
did
Yeah.
some of that. I didn't like it. I did
Mm.
some I did some construction work. I did some a bus concrete. I didn't
Okay.
like it. I did it all. I did some security. I worked KFC.
Eh?
Yeah, I did all that. Work Subway.
Wait. You work at KFC as a what? A cook in KFC?
I
Or,
work
or
I work KFC as an assistant cook. I
which
wasn't
which
one hundred
location?
percent cook.
Which
Huh?
location? Which location?
For the spin. The
Okay.
most
Oh,
the
you
most
want?
famous location.
Wow. Yeah. Wait.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Wow. Man, you did it all.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I did a lot. I did a lot. I did security. I work on I would say the deceased
Mm.
um treasure queen, because
Yeah.
it's to the bottom of the ocean right now. You know what I mean? Yeah, that was the first boat that actually gave me my major exposure.
Yeah.
Yeah, in 2010, it gave me my major exposure.
Yeah, but so before we get to that, before 2010, when you bust or you break out, as they would say, I understand you had you just sing gospel also. You had a
Yeah,
career
man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I used to sing gospel. During all those periods, during all those working KFC and working Subway and stuff, I was into gospel music.
Yeah,
I
nice.
was into the Pentecostal church, had a Pentecostal background. I
Yeah,
used to do ballads first, and then
yeah,
I branched off by forming my own band. My band was called Revelation.
yeah. Revelation.
And Omi Makano was once my drummer. I don't
Nice.
know if you know that soca artist. He's called
Yeah,
Omi
yeah.
Makano,
And
right?
do camp at one time. Mm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have a song that is still playing currently on the gospel stations called Clear the Way. It's still big. One of the
Yeah,
biggest gospel soca's ever. Yeah, the biggest soca gospel. The date. I've
nice.
done some shows. I've done some things, man. Yeah.
Mm. That's nice, man. That's nice, nice. All right. So you mentioned 2020. I was working in the Church of Queen from the story that I heard, and well, I'll let you tell it. So you're working security. And when did you realize, like, you know what? Well, you did mention gospel. What was the transition between singing gospel and getting to soca heavy?
Man, I had some experiences there in the gospel
Yeah.
arena, and those experiences wasn't too nice. I felt a bit discouraged. I was like, you know what? It's better I just go and do soca music, yes. So
Well,
I was like,
what happened
huh?
specifically?
What happened is I did a gig, and I
Yeah.
had a manager at that time, but that man he wasn't a manager, he was a corn artist.
A smart man.
Yeah. So when I realized that he was on smart thing,
Yeah.
he came onto my job. I was doing some cooking in a restaurant,
Yeah.
and I told him check me. So he had some money, some and stuff.
Right. Right.
So I did a series of shows.
Mm.
So when it's time for paying out, this man gave me only $10.75.
You serious?
Yeah, 10.
Nah, man.
Yeah, no, I'm serious, this man. This manager man,
Yeah.
give me $10.75, and I was pretty discouraged. I was turned
Yeah.
off for a while.
Nah, man. Mm.
And
Wow.
after seeing that, I saw this ad in the papers.
Yeah.
And it was Synergy Soca Star.
Yep.
They want some new talent.
Yeah.
And my brother and myself, we decided to form a group and we joined. The group
Okay.
was called Colony. We joined. That was the big thing in those days. Those days we didn't have social media.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, and that was B Mobile Synergy Soca Star
Yeah.
back then.
Mm-hmm.
Fireball came first, Kim Basazano came second, and Colony came third, which is my brother and myself.
Okay. Okay.
And from after that, I felt sweet, I guess sweet and soca, I get to like the thing,
Yeah, like the vibes.
Yeah. Yeah, so then after that now,
Mm.
so fast forward now, that was around 2007, 2008. I
Yeah.
joined the club as a bouncer, moving on to calling myself Swappi. Then
Yeah.
this guy came into the club looking for talent. This guy called Marlon Grant.
Okay. Yeah.
So he's like, I'm looking for some talent, man, looking for some talent. So the bosses of the club said that, hey, they have somebody looking for talent, you could sing and stuff.
Right.
Why don't you give this guy a call? So they give me a card. I call this guy for 2 weeks, no answer.
Yeah.
The last day in the 2 weeks, when I get fed up, I was like, nah, boy, this thing is this thing is not for me. He called me.
You call it back.
Finally, when he called,
Yeah.
I had a stack of CDs like that.
Mm.
That them times we had no plugins for no thing. We had no flash drive. We just had CDs.
CDs, yeah.
So he said, meet him down in Port of Spain. No. I said, all right. I walked out about 15 CDs like that.
Yeah.
And the one track it had, one song that it had in that stack of CDs was City Girls there. And every time I looking at she face and then me looking at she had this girl, she wanna wine. So he listened to all these tracks. He said, nah. He said, do you have anything else?
So, all right, wait. Let's take a pin right here, right? So you had the CDs. Obviously, it was a demo. What we call a demo, right?
Demos, yeah.
So at that point, how did you figure out what style you wanted to sing? Because you very versatile. You have a kind of dancehall / soca, and like I said, coming from gospel. I'm sure it wasn't singing like that.
Nah, nah. I was more into like R&B and I was more into soca, but
right.
For some shit, all this like Vibes Cartel. Vibes Cartel is one of my idols in the music. And I was like, how can I fuse dancehall with his style and my style,
right,
and make Swappi a product?
Right.
So you know what I did? I took piece of me. I took piece of Michael Jackson.
Okay.
I took piece of Vibes Cartel. I took some energies all around soca, and then fuse it into creating Swappi along with my military moves. That's why you see I move like that on stage, because of some of the attention, the moves, the turns, the break. Right. So along with Michael Jackson, I twist and I break everything and I form everything into one piece, and I created Swappi. So with that now, I put that in the vocals with some characters of like the Swappi in a 3D, 4D, doing all these things.
Yeah.
So I took that and I recorded the Nago Play track on demo. I went back guy in Digo and I recorded the track on demo. Fast forward into Marlon now that wanted to hear what I have.
Right.
So you listen to all the tracks that I have, about 15 tracks, but they were all soca that you don't like.
Yeah.
Coming down to the last one, he was like, "Do you have anything else?"
Right.
It's like, I have this one here, but I don't know. I wasn't sure if you would have liked it because it's something like dancehall. Right. When he popped that in his deck, I was outside the car. When he listened, he said, come in the car, sit down. When I sat in his vehicle, he was like, bro, you need to go and record this professionally now. He said, I said, you sure this is it? He said, this is it.
Yeah.
This is crazy. He said, I said, you buy a guy. I said, you buy a guy right now to go and record this professionally. His name is First Class.
Oh, yeah, big up First Class, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, big him up same way. So he was like, go by First Class and record this. I went by First Class. When First Class see me for the first time, he was like, wait now, we know each other from Synergy Soca Star.
Yeah.
And two of us, energy that's merged like that.
Yeah.
He took the instrumental, he put my voice on it,
Mm.
record the track. We got the initial rights and stuff from God rest Christian Cabaza's
Yeah.
soul.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and there was Swappi.
Mm. Then and that what song was that again?
So the girl say, and every time I looking at she face and me looking at she eyes, say me nah go play, girl. Me nah go play no game.
Mm.
This girl, she wanna whine and move her waist.
All right. So it's funny that you mentioned that, right? Because your name came up recently, big up KG on
Yeah,
KG podcast with Fireball,
right.
and you pretty much just explained that the song itself was more so a dancehall song, but it was marketed as a soca song. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
To be honest with you,
Yeah.
if you listen to the song, it have this line said, she wanna whine to the beat of soca. This, yeah, she wanna flex. She wanna whine to the beat of soca.
Yeah.
No, that was influenced by my ex-manager, Marlon Grant. He was like, Swap, you need to say soca because it's singing so much like
Dancehall.
dancehall,
Mm.
but with soca element because I'm a
Yeah.
soca artist. I'm from Trinidad. Obviously, they wouldn't label me as a dancehall artist. We
Yeah.
didn't have Trinidad just yet.
Yeah.
We
That
was
makes
now coming out of the raga soca thing. So he find a clever way to fuse it and to label it as dancehall soca, and it
mm.
works.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because at that time, Carter was in the air,
Yeah.
Busy Signal was in the air. Carter was beating on the radio.
Yeah.
So here comes the local Trini
Mm.
cartel. With this nice flow, everybody was hip to it. It
Yeah.
was just crazy, man.
Yeah. All right. So that time your boss, as you would say, 2010. You remember
2010,
the
yeah.
first time you heard this song on the radio?
Say again?
Do you remember the first time you heard your song on the radio? When you
Ross
heard your
boy, you're asking some nice questions here. Let me tell you. The
Mm.
first time I hear this song on the radio, I was
Yeah.
in Sea Lots. Listen, I was brushing my teeth.
Eh?
And I was in my boxers bareback, brushing my teeth. I said, but wait now, I hear him tweeze and him busting up the song.
Right.
I run across to
Mm.
my brothers and them house. We had to run through. If you know Sea Lots says that's that
Yeah.
tracks.
Yeah. Yeah.
The alleys and stuff. That's with your galvanized and stuff.
Yeah.
So I with my toothbrush in my hand in
Yeah.
our boxers bareback. And I run to the trap.
Yeah.
Banging on my brother door.
Mm.
Shame. This song playing.
Yeah.
He put it on the radio. And listen, my sisters, my brothers, my friends, everybody sat and just listened to the song in silence.
Yeah.
And when the song done play, everybody just start celebrating in uproar.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Talking about them pause in here, but it was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Just put your silence.
Mm.
And after silence, it's just a fiasco. It's everybody going, oh.
Yeah. 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 That is it. You reach.
Yeah, it's like crazy. And from after that said morning, the
Mm.
song started playing every single day. Every day. The song
Yeah.
started playing in ads. And then
Mm.
I got my first appearance. Oh, I don't wanna jump the gun. I think I jump in the gun.
Don't worry yourself, man. And listen, you get share a story and trust me, I know where to pull back and go forward. You're good to go,
All right,
man.
all right.
The professional.
So I got a call from a first appearance
Yeah.
in Zen nightclub.
Mm.
Yeah, and when I got that first call, I was like, I don't know how to do this thing, but then my manager looked at me and he was like,
Mm.
he put his hand on my shoulder and he said, listen,
Mm.
all you just need to do is just think about your performance, walk it through, manifest it,
Yeah.
and then believe it. And I was
So-
like, so easy? He was like, yeah, that easy.
At that time, you had no experience, really, like.
I had no experience especially performing that tune, that kind of particular tune.
that energy,
So I had two girls, right?
Yeah.
I had a big, I don't want to use that word. I had a big swapalicious one,
Yeah.
and I had a very small one.
Yeah.
So the small one came on first and do the thing with me.
Right.
And when the swapalicious one came out, the crowd went
Oh, yeah.
ballistic.
Mm.
and she dropped in a split like that, bam, on the stage.
Uh,
A next level of ballistic.
yeah.
And then I leave the stage and they call me back. She
Yeah.
drop again. I
Wow.
leave the stage. They
Mm,
call me back. She drop again. I
yeah.
leave the stage. They call me back. I got like 8 encores.
Wow.
And
That,
the confetti that time was just napkins. Everybody
yeah.
was just straight napkins. Man, that was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So your busted your first performance was in Zen. You
Yeah.
know, so let's talk about 3D, 4D. I believe now we have 5D. When
Nah,
you know
nah,
5.
I stop at Swap Dan.
Oh, so okay, so I'm trying to understand. So Swap Dan came after what? So what was first?
But 3.
Three,
No, it was Swappy Boss first.
Swappy Boss first,
Yeah, then Swappy 3D and Swappy 4D.
40, and now it's Swap Dan.
Yeah,
All right, so about the 5 thing. All
that's
right,
all right.
so all right. So when did you realize or say to yourself, you know what? All right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna brand myself or keep rebranding myself to keep, the name fresh and keep the image fresh.
Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna tie in that with your fashion. How did you pretty much put that package together?
Well, back then we had in hip hop, I would say not in hip hop, in pop, right?
Yeah,
We had Lady Gaga doing all
mm,
these crazy things, right?
yeah, true.
And I am always like looking at international acts and looking at international stuff and how can I incorporate this in local?
Yeah,
And I took a page from her page. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do what she did.
yeah,
I'm gonna do crazy,
mm,
but I'm going to incorporate it in Swappy style.
yeah,
In a man term, you
yeah.
know,
You know, you
nothing.
know, you know why I'm laughing in it, go ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
mm,
was like, you know what? I like the fact that in entertainment it keeps you buzz, it keeps you on your toes, it keeps you talking.
yeah,
And that's what entertainment is about. Entertainment is not just being on the stage. Entertainment is like keeping people that who is on the air,
yeah.
keeping people who's on social media interest
The
in what
conversation.
in what you're coming with.
Yeah.
You're always a conversation.
Hmm.
Whether on the streets, off the streets,
Yeah, yeah.
on platforms.
Mm,
You always have conversation, and I was always on top of my game of that.
yeah.
So here comes the 3D now to go with the craziness.
Okay. Mm.
3D was something that was now coming into existence with us. The
Right.
glasses and
Yeah.
that kind of thing. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna incorporate that with Swappi. In
Hmm.
a 3D, in a 3D. So the
Yeah.
3D now also enhance my performance. So I
Yeah.
perform in a 3D. So when you see me now, you gotta put your glasses on because you're gonna see me in a 3D.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Different.
I'm gonna be doing some things that you never see before. You never see
Yeah.
artists really do on stage locally before. I
Innovation.
accomplished that.
Mm.
All right. I was like, okay, so how could I maximize this? My
Mm.
management, he was like, Swappy, you need to go in 4. I was
Yeah.
like, 4? I was like, you don't think that's too much? He was like, nah, Swap. You
Mm.
say 40, you know what 40 means? It means see, smell, touch, hear.
Yeah. Yeah. The whole
So it's
package.
everything. I was like,
Mm.
okay. So I upgraded my stage presence now. So
Yeah.
I started shopping in these robotic places in London. A place
Okay.
called I wonder if you say that. I don't want to say that here. I want to say
Right.
robotic places.
Yeah. You
I
can. Yeah.
don't want to say that here.
Different
Yeah,
style.
them do.
It's a
Yeah,
different style. Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't gonna send them to. Yeah. So I used to shop in this robotic place
Yeah.
in the UK. I went there personally. I used to see it online, and when I was in the UK, I went there very, very deep in the UK. It's like in a
Okay.
hole. And
Mm.
when I walk into the store,
Yeah.
man, it was just shouting Swappy 4D.
Yeah.
Crazy light up glasses, the gadgets, the headpiece
Mm.
coming to your face, the
Yeah.
clothes illuminating when the lights hit,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
shoes, every single piece of accessory. And I
Mm.
was like, I need that. I'm gonna put that on my dancers. I'm gonna put that on stage, and I'm
Mm.
gonna bring that to Trinidad. So said I did. So it's basically I walk through the future.
Yeah.
and presented the future before the future.
Mm. Yeah, man. I mean, you listen, man. You known for them styles. You know, when Swappi come out with something different, something crazy, some, you know, it definitely if you're talking. I
So,
mean, over the years, you made some Instagram posts, and the ladies, you know, I ain't gonna go to
oh,
details. You know, about.
well, that was Swap down.
Uh,
We reached down there yet.
I was
Huh?
like, okay, okay.
Yeah, that was Swap down.
All
But
right.
the Swappy 3D, I
Yeah.
mean the 40 came with the bucket song. It came with the bubble and the DJ. It
Yeah.
had that aura about the
Yeah.
Swappy 40. The aura of Swappy 40 was very powerful.
Yeah.
It was very pronounced when I step into a venue.
Yeah.
Every time I come out the vehicle with my dancers, the aura of Swappy 40 was
Yeah.
very, very, very powerful.
Yeah. 40. You mentioned Bubble and a DJ, man. Did you realize that song would have been such a mega hit?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
From the moment it was sent to me from London Future, big up
Okay.
to Kels.
Mm.
He was like, Swap, I needed to do something on this. And I was like, immediately that song just came to my mind one time.
Yeah.
Yeah. My girl just whine your bottom. Mm,
Mm.
baby come bubble and a DJ. When you whine and bubble your waistline. My girl, yeah. It's crazy.
Mad. I'm gonna talk about another big tune around that time, man. It's probably one of the craziest tunes ever came out of Trinidad because everybody participated in this, man. Bucket.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How did that whole concept came about?
Man, I must say big up to my brother, big up to all those guys in Sea Lots,
Yeah.
my homies, Bucket. And
Mm.
this guy that was teasing on in the community,
Yeah.
and they was like
Mm.
beating some buckets and calling this guy Bucket Head. And bucket, bucket,
Yeah.
bucket. It was like bucket,
Easy man.
bucket. And I drove down there and I saw them, teasing this guy about this bucket, bucket, bucket.
Yeah.
And then they actually was making a whole gimmick about it now.
Right. Right. Kicks thing.
Yeah, and then I went to my brother and I was like, Juice, so let give me that song now.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, yeah, well, all right, well, go ahead.
Mm.
I was like, you sure? I said we could do something on it tonight because this
Yeah.
song and like something.
Right.
So I recorded that little piece of the bucket, bucket, bucket. And I went to buy first class and I took that to class and I was like, class, let's do something on this.
Yeah.
I was like, I hear now, bucket of it, bucket of that, bucket of it, bucket of that, bucket of that. So I sat down with him and I built the instrument with him.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know how the song nights. There's those dramatic movies of the
Yeah. Build up before the battle.
right. So I said, class, I need some hits on the keyboard. I need that kind of chin
Yeah.
chin 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 chin.
Yeah.
And he did exactly what I told him to do. I was like, yes, that is it. And
Yeah.
we started building that from there.
Mm.
Originally, that song was supposed to be me and Marshall,
Yeah. So I heard. Yeah. Continue. Mm.
but Marshall gave me the blessing and he was like, Swap, he was going to do it, but he was promoting 3-0 rum at the time.
Yeah.
And he was so caught up with the promotions and stuff. And he was like, Swap,
They want to come
bad
in.
tune. He said, Swap, go ahead. I was like, boy, you sure? He says, Swap, go ahead. The sky's the limit. Fly, 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 fly with that.
Yeah. Nice.
Then he gave me the blessing.
Yeah, man.
And that was it.
Yeah, man. The production in that song is crazy. That's from the beginning. Doom bucket.
Yeah.
The
Crazy.
story on the stage, man. And you look at the crowd, and there's all kind of bucket KFC bucket, all type of bucket people in the audience.
Man, you talking about Soca Monarch 2012.
Oh, that was Soca Monarch? Okay. Soca Monarch
Yeah,
20.
that was Soca Monarch 2012. I was the last performer. I was right after Marshall. I was between Iowa Super and Marshall.
Wow.
And I was the last one. Everybody was tired. But guess what? They stood in the crowd and wait for Swappi with all type of bucket. Pigtail, concrete, paint bucket, small, big, pretty. large one, small one, all types.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was one of the most memorable contribution when
Mm.
it land. The first night when it land. The next day,
Yeah.
bag one thing was sold out.
Still out.
All those hardwares were sold out.
Yeah.
And that shows how powerful artists are with influence, or we can
That
influence people, you
that
know?
is that is true. And it's funny that you mentioned that because I did an interview with Anthem Douglas, who let the dogs out. And
Yeah.
yeah, mentioned to me that the same thing, they couldn't find dog colors because women were walking around with dog colors
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
particular song.
And that was a big thing back then.
Yeah, that's a big thing. So 2012, so you pretty much got your break in 2010. Was 2012 your first year at Soca Monarch?
2010, I had an appearance at Soca Monarch, but
Okay.
I only make it. I only I never
Yeah,
make it to the finals because
yeah,
the final song was too dancehall. So
yeah.
yeah, 2011 I didn't make it either, but 2012 yes.
Okay, okay. All right, cool. So I want to talk about remixes, man. You have a certain. I don't think there's anyone, and I stand to be corrected. Don't come for me, anyone. But when it comes to remixes, I don't think no one has that style and talent like you. What motivated you to do remixes? Like Dan It Up, Fiesta, Black Stalin, Shadow, all the different songs. What was the inspiration behind those remixes?
Moving fast forward to Swap Down. So this is
Oh,
Swap Down now.
I'm done now. All right, well, I
Right.
don't want you to skip anything, So we finished.
No, no, that's okay. That's
We,
okay. This is
we
Swap Down now.
swap down.
So
All right. We intend swap down now.
right. So 2018.
Yeah.
I always love the Mighty Shadow.
Okay. Nice.
Mighty Shadow has always been an inspiration to me from birth, from small growing up.
Mm,
Always love his music. I
yeah.
used to call him Uncle Shadow. Still is call him Uncle Shadow.
Yeah.
And when he passed on in 2018,
Hmm.
I don't know, something about his aura was around me a lot. I used to listen to a lot of his music.
Yeah. Me myself.
And I love Selena as well.
Okay.
So listening to Selena
Mm,
and listening to Shadow,
yeah.
it birthed Party Start.
Mm,
Yeah. I will tell you how. After he died, I went to Johan and I was like, Johan,
yeah. Ultimate
yeah,
reject.
yeah, ultimately that's what I need us to work together, boy. We think about us working together and stuff. Long
Yeah.
story short, after we had the meeting and stuff, he was like, Swap, we will do something.
Mm,
So we sketched something up, but it was with Colonel Roberts at the time.
yeah.
We listened to it after a month. After we rested down, we come back to it. It didn't hit us. And he's
Yeah.
like, "Swap, you need to go back to the drawing board."
Mm.
He'd love to see that. Come back to the drawing board with him.
Yeah.
And he's one of the most honest producers
Mm,
ever. He
yeah.
don't pour water in his mouth at all. Came back with him.
In my Maximus.
He don't play. He don't play. We sit
Yeah.
down in the studio and we building this thing, man. He building the
Mm,
right. So he gave me a piece of that. I went home with it.
yeah.
And I was like, listening to Ella Andel, and she had a song called Mondays Run Away,
Mm,
Holidays Run Away, Thursdays Run Away, Evenings Run Away. And then I put it on and listen, and I hear myself singing, it's Roman Ramage, Roman Ramage,
wow.
that is all away, that
Yeah.
is all. I was like, hey,
Yeah. Yeah. Something.
I get something here, boy.
Mm.
Then I was like, okay, the party start. Doi Doi. I don't know if you know the song called Doi Doi back in the days.
Yeah. That was a big tune long time.
Doi Doi, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It
So
was easy man slang. Doi doi.
Doi Doi was a big slang back then.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, the party start. So the party start came from Shadow. The
Right.
way how they say thing now. The
Mm.
party start. The party sweet.
Yeah.
Party nice. I was listening to Christmas nice.
Yeah.
Christmas sweet.
Mm.
Christmas nice.
Yeah.
So I took all that and mixed it into one piece and
Mm.
got party start. Went to the studio now.
Yeah.
When you want here, come out with it's Roman Ramage. He watch me so. He said, record that. I put it on.
Yeah.
I said, the party start. The party sweet. He get excited. He said, put on that.
Yeah.
I said, oh God, we need something else, boy. So I started humming now. I started humming bidi 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 boom boom bidi 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 boom boom bidi bidi. He was like, wait, what's it?
So wait, at this point the song didn't have no body. You just had those.
No.
Okay.
It had nobody.
Yeah.
So you say, where's I now say that? I say bidi 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 boom boom boom. Mind you, that bidi bidi boom bam, that is from Selena. Bidi bidi bum bam, bidi bidi a bidi, a bum bum, a bidi. So I took that and I was like, bidi, not knowing that I didn't even know that I was singing that song.
Yeah, that's how many.
But listen to music all the time, things just come to you in a different kind of light,
Yeah, true.
So he was like, put on that. I was like, but it had no words, it had no lyrics of that. He was like, people love stupidness, Swappi. People love stupidness. Record it now, put it down before you lost it.
Right.
I put it down. I was like, okay, all right, we need something else. I want to drink all the place right now. I want to wine in space right now. Let me hear the full way. Bidi, bidi, bidi. So he put on that. He took all those pieces and then he tied everything together. And when he pressed play, Party Start was birthed. Took me all the way to Soca Monarch. Came first. Won Soca Monarch. 2019.
Yeah.
And Swap Dan was birthed from there.
So Swap Dan was birthed after Soca Monarch because to me I was speeding, so I want to make sure I get the timeline right.
Well, Swap Dan actually carried it. Yeah, carried through. Yeah.
All right. You mentioned Soca Monarch. Congratulations once again.
Yes, thank you.
Now, I heard you wasn't really expecting to win because that year had some big hitters, You had Blacks.
We had Blacks. We had Vaughn. We had When I Dead put Jab Jab on me tombstone. Listen. I backstage and I hearing these songs and I'm playing. I in my trailer.
Yeah.
And my belly hurting me because I was like, oh my goodness, I don't think I'm gonna win this thing, So much crowd response, the crowd singing word for word, and I up next. Mind you, I was the last performer. So I come out my trailer, I pop my cigar in my mouth. My deceased mom, God rest her soul, she says, Sonny, all right?
Yeah.
I say, I ain't too good, She said, don't worry. She put she on my shoulder and she was like, whatever is for you is for you.
True.
And then my brother walk up to me and say, he said, what happened, Swap? I say, I don't think I can make this, boy.
Yeah.
He watched me, so he said, Swap, didn't you come here to give them something?
Yeah.
I say, yeah. And then he hit me on my belly and he said, go and get them.
That's something my brother will do.
Yeah, he said, get them.
Yeah.
And then he said once, and this and I popped that cigar in my mouth. I said, all right.
Yeah.
And I went on stage with my cigar in my mouth and spread my hands from left to right with one mic stand. All my dancers in the background. And listen, I never see so much flags waving in front of my face, blocking all the TV, blocking all the cameras. And man, oh man, oh man. The piece in the back this is Shadow. Mighty Shadow.
Yeah.
Had a little skit with Mighty Shadow. I paid tribute to him.
Yeah.
And it was history. When I reach home now, I reach home before the competition was over. Because I had a performance immediately to do right after Soca Monarch.
Yeah.
So when I reach home now, my phone buzzing away. I sleeping. My phone buzzing away. Zip, 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 zip. Congratulations. When I open my phone, congratulations. I was like, what? I didn't know that I really won this competition because I thinking that, it's some kind of prank, it's a joke.
Yeah.
My DJ came over.
Yeah.
My DJ, Agent B, he came. He was like, Swap, where's? I said, I'm home. He said, come on over here now.
Yeah.
I said, why? Why you win by? I said, I win what? He said, why you win the competition by? So he drove over. He drove over and he lift me up and spin me around. I was like, you win.
Thank God for you.
The next day, it still didn't hit me.
Right.
Until 2-3 days after. 2-3 days after, then I was like, okay, yeah, I really win this thing.
Yeah, official.
Yeah.
All right. You mentioned first class earlier on. After you won a Soca Monarch, there was some type of disagreement between you and first class with some,
Oh,
monies and
that
stuff like that.
that wasn't Soca Monarch.
That was
No,
okay.
we have to pedal back. That
Uh,
wasn't Soca Monarch 2019. We have
okay.
to pedal back to Soca Monarch 2012,
Mm,
and I think Soca Monarch 2013. Now, what
okay.
happened was, Class and I never signed no agreement
Yeah.
for any song. We never put anything into writing.
Mm,
We never really discussed any material arrangements,
yes.
so to speak.
Mm,
Back in those days, William
yeah.
Monroe, he was the one to actually give the artists a stipend
Okay.
for your performance. Yeah, I think it's a $20,000 check or something. So
Yeah.
they will be there just to bring your props and whatnot and stuff.
Yeah.
To give you a stipend. However, I never placed in Soca Monarch 2012 and 2013. I never placed. You know what? They give you something. I think it's something used to give you like a consolation prize money or something. So
Yeah.
I think it's they used to give you what 100,000 some stupidness like that.
Mm. That is still money, That's still money.
Yeah. I trying to remember if it's 100 or if it's 50 or something. It was so long ago.
Yeah.
However, me with my good self and my
Mm,
good heart,
mm,
my manager he have to get 20%. I think it's 100. My
yeah.
manager he have to get 20% out of that.
Okay.
William Monroe have to take back that money,
Mm,
right?
yeah.
Because they kind of loan you that, so you take back that
Yeah.
the props, dancers and whatnot,
Mm,
and still class gets I think it's either 40
yeah.
from that.
Mm,
So I think he wanted half or some kind of thing like that. I think it's 60-40 or some shit. So he wanted 60 and 60,000 and for me to keep 40 or something. So but
yeah.
I told him, bro, that can't work.
Yeah. Because he wasn't calculating the other expenses.
Yeah, we and plus, at the end of the day, I mean, we didn't really sign anything
Yeah.
specific, but I out of my good self, I still
Mm,
still eating our bread.
yeah.
Let me cut and clear. Okay, next time moving forward, if it want to put something in writing, no problem. We could do all that.
Mm,
But how the monies come to us like that? This is mind you, this is my first time. This is my
yeah.
first time entering this thing. This is
Yeah.
my first time receiving that kind of money and dealing with this thing. So
Mm,
and as well for him too.
yeah.
The second time came around, it was the same process. I
Mm,
gave him the same amount, and that went downhill
mm.
faster than a jet plane. Look at the crash.
He felt like he was getting robbed.
Yeah.
Mm,
And he felt as though he was treated unfairly,
mm,
and I robbed him, and he went spreading out my name to everyone, Peter, Paul, John, and everybody in the industry, and saying that I robbed him,
yeah.
which I didn't.
Mm,
I gave him what I can't give him.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I mean, I had to live too.
Yeah.
I had to live, my dancers had to live, the
Mm,
prop man had to live, manager had to live. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Mm,
that was that. I tried to reach out to him many times
yeah.
to squash that nonsense
Mm,
and let me work it out in some kind of way.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
try many times and never. I mean, I don't like to hold beef and thing with people because I'm not a beef man.
Yeah.
I find beef to sit down heavy in your chest.
Mm,
Beef don't settle,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
Beef
uh,
don't rot me inside of you either. So
yeah.
holding beef and thing, partner, the
Yeah.
kind of gym man that I know about beef. Beef is not a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So having that experience, what advice you would give up and coming artists?
Man, cross your T's and dot your I's. Everything moving forward. Make sure and cross your T's and dot your I's. Make sure that you have your paperwork. Prepare your paperwork. Sign your paperwork. Have a lawyer read it.
Mm,
Review it. Have your team review it. And once all is settled on whatever, make sure everything's settled. Everything paperwork moving forward.
yeah. Yeah.
That's my advice to everybody that, or
Mm,
anyone decide to come up in this business.
yeah. Okay. Fair enough. All right. I want to talk about the mighty Baron, feeling it, big tune. How the whole even have him in your video as well. How
Nice
did
it was.
yeah, how did that whole concept come together?
I always like Uncle Baron music as well. Ever since I'm small, hearing that kind of music, hearing that kind of nostalgic
Yeah,
music is always take you back to when you were small, you know,
yeah, true.
your grandparents having a nicer time in the yard. You
Yeah,
know, they're playing cards, they're drinking rum, but you just there in the background just watching now. We look at that there, boy.
yeah,
Nice energy. And when I hear the song,
mm,
it is just pull me back to that kind of nostalgic memory.
yeah,
I need to do something with this boy. I
mm,
need music now, I need game now. You know, people,
mm,
you know, shoot your
yeah,
shots. The sky's the limit. I
yeah,
did just that. I talked to you on about it. He was like, yeah, let's go for it. I love the idea. He
right.
talked to his wife, big up
Mm,
to Shona. He
okay,
talked
nice.
to all the people that was responsible for building the track.
Right.
Big up to oh gosh, I forget his name.
Mm.
It'll come to me. It'll come to me as we go along.
That's the ball.
Um, Less than Paul, big up yourself wherever he is. Yes, less than Paul. You know, I find you know plenty, boy. I
Hey,
like that.
I'm a rookie this thing, man. That's what I
I
love.
like that. I like that. Full clappers. Yeah, he
This
ain't
thing.
coming to play.
Nah, nah,
Yeah.
nah.
So big up to Leston Paul.
Yeah.
Yes, he was the producer for that track back in those days. He
Mm.
was also in the video,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, and they all give us their blessing. You know, we of course we sign paperwork and we sign contract and make
yeah,
sure the percentage is right and everything. You know, my manager then Isaac, you know, he put everything together,
yeah.
you know, and then
Mm.
Johan, of course, you know, he put the magic together, the magic pieces,
Nice,
and
man.
boom,
That was it.
yeah. Big
Made
up
it.
to
Mm.
big up to the VCD
Mm.
Productions. You know, that's one of the very good talented videographers.
Yeah,
Big up to the whole team that was what would make that video possible
yeah.
as well.
Nah, man, you definitely had that talent because listen, that like you said, Shadow, Baron. When you hear those songs, it's like you didn't stray too far away from the original, but you made it modern. You know, like
Yeah,
you
man. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's called Modern Calypso.
modern calypso. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you too, man, because you know, you came from like you said, bubbler DJ, that kind of hardcore slash soca dancehall vibe, right? Did you
Yeah.
notice the audience change or your bookings change when you know, came up with feeling it and a lot of these kind of like groovy, old school groovy styles or new soca?
I would say the audience that the older folks appreciated the stuff that I did with the old music, and then the newer generation now
Mm,
accepted the fact that I could take something that old and make it trendy, make it pop, make it new.
yeah,
You know, so it's more like as I infuse of both worlds,
yeah,
the
yeah,
old generation mixed with the new.
yeah.
So I would say I got newer fans too.
Mm, nice. What's your take on AI in music? Because you know AI now is in soca.
Hmm.
What's your take on AI?
Me personally, I don't like it.
Yeah,
I guess my take. I don't like it. I would stay far away from that.
yeah.
Me don't like it. What
Mm,
I would what I would say, we have technology that is advancing. I would
yeah,
accept that. We have things like Chat GTP.
yeah,
You could
yeah,
put something in Chat GTP and you could get something. You could get some information.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know if the AI is something similar to that
Mm,
in musical terms.
yeah. Pretty much. Hmm.
But me as an artist,
Yeah,
where's the creativity going?
yeah.
Where's the true sense
Mm,
of the soul of the music?
yeah, yeah,
When you have computer just generating words and making a whole song for you.
yeah, yeah.
To be honest,
Mm,
in that aspect, it's kind of cool, but you could still take from that and say, all right, I got an idea here, but let me put my soul into it now and make
yeah.
it something. You see,
Mm,
when you could take like the whole thing, the whole shell, and run with it and say, yeah, boy, I like this. This is me. I doing that.
yeah.
I personally have an issue there. But but I wouldn't do it. But to each his own.
Yeah.
Whoever want to do it, it's fine.
Mm.
I wouldn't bash nobody, but this is just my personal view. I mean, you ask a question, so I'm giving my personal answer with that. I prefer to go to the pen, go to your brain, and discover music from your soul, from your pure soul.
Yeah, more creative.
Yeah, and build the thing from your soul, man. And yeah.
All right. So we just wrapped up 2026 Carnival. How was Carnival for you this year?
Man, I want to say big up to the Ministry of Culture. Big up to my Prime Minister. Big up to NCC.
Yeah.
Big up to my girlfriend. You know what I mean? But behind every good man is a good woman. You know what I mean? Behind every successful man, it's a good lady at the side. You can't leave it on your own.
Yeah.
And I will tell you this: had not been for these elements coming together, Swappi 2026 would not have been possible. It would not have been possible. This was one of my best.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Nice. All right. So this part of the podcast is called 2000 Questions About Me. It's based on a
2,000 questions?
Well, listen, it's based on a book that I bought a couple years ago. I'm not going to ask you 2,000 questions. But I'm going to ask you to pick a number from 1 to 2,000. And the number that you pick will be the question that's going to be asked out of the book.
All right. When you ready?
Yeah, ready, man. I'm ready.
47.
47. Simple. All right. 47. Boom, boom. Boom, bam. All right. Do you treat yourself and your body... Oh, hold on. Do you treat yourself and your body with respect? Do you treat yourself and your body with respect?
Myself, me, which is my name, and my physical body.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. 100.
400. That question is kind of simple, you know. I'm gonna give
Real simple.
I'm gonna give you a bonus wrong, man. Give me another number. I'll give you a bonus wrong.
85.
35.
No, 85.
85?
Yeah.
All right, 85. 85. Who is the very first friend you ever remember making, and how old were you? I guess making out. Hold on. Who was the very first friend you ever remember making? So it probably mean meeting. And how old were you? It's probably meeting instead of making. So we'll say who was the very first friend you remember meeting as a youth, and how old were you?
Ooh, yeah, but that's a hard one, but because I don't want to remember that, you know.
Yeah. Memory lane.
The first friend is, you know.
Yeah, that was saying the first friend. Who was the first friend? You remember, you can remember, Well, let me help you. I can remember my first friend in the early days that I fella named Chevon Hemley. Like primary school days. I remember, them names like that. He was from Lahokata. And I could say that was one of my very first friends from early in the days,
First friend, it could be like your first best friend kind of vibes.
Yeah.
I would say, boy, my first best friend, first friend, I would say was a guy called Troy Ballyram.
See?
Yeah, back in primary school, back in them school days in Mova.
Yeah.
I was like growing up. Yeah.
See? Yeah, that's why I like the book, man. Sometimes I take you in certain places you wouldn't really think, or certain questions. Yeah. Well, Swap down, man. At this point, man, before we wrap it up, once again, I'm gonna open up the floor to you. Any last things you want to say, to your fans, or any messages or what have you? Your music.
Man, I just want to tell everybody, to keep Swap down in mind.
Yeah.
And follow me at my my new account. My old one, it got hacked some years ago, so now trying to build back.
Yeah.
And you could look out for me with some new stuff, upcoming. My Instagram is Swappi 4D.
Yeah.
Yeah, SWAPPI 4D. You can follow me on there. And you can find some nice upcoming stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can look forward to a lot of goodies that is coming ahead,
Nice.
for the future.
Yeah, man. Swappi, man, give thanks for the time, man. And once again, man, much appreciation moving forward. And thanks for your contribution to the arts and culture, man. I'm really proud to see the man that become, and from your early years to now, it's definitely motivating, definitely inspirational to many. So I just wanted to keep up the great works.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Give thanks.
Yes, man.
Yeah, man. Ladies and
That's
gentlemen,
it.
Swappi. Swap
Yes,
out.
sir.
Oh man.